Hi, I'm Sam.
I'm Matilda.
And we're here at the 20th Australian Music Prize Awards.
We're going to be having a chat with some of the absolutely incredible Aussie artist nominees.
So I'm Grace Cummings and my album's name is Ramona. It's a big deal to me to have even made the record. I'm really proud of it, and I'm really grateful and shocked and proud that I'm nominated, and shortlisted for this prize.
I'm Rowena Wise, and I'm a songwriter. I'm a storyteller. This album I popped out this year. This album I've given birth to. My sonic children, these songs. I could go on and on. I really care about this album that I've put out. It came from the heart, and the team that was creative with it and has helped me put it out there, everyone has been really lovely and helpful and authentic. So that felt like a success, just to finish making an album that I was really proud of.
It's very difficult to be a musician these days. I'm sure everyone's aware of that, or maybe they're not, but it is. Things cost money, and if I did win the prize, I saw the cheque before, it's a nice looking cheque, then I'd be able to, tour, make another album, do all the things that we love to do, and create for other people. Really, unfortunately, it has to happen because you have a bit of money. So that'll help me do all of those things. Yeah.
I would spend it on my next album, tracking it. I'd take my time to conceptualize a really beautiful production. And I've already written the next album, but I want to write more because I want to have more to pull from, make a really cohesive family of songs. There's that family metaphor again. I really care about music. I grew up in a folk family band, so it does carry through to my identity, sometimes a little bit unhealthily in my practice. But the 50K I would spend on taking my time to make a beautiful album, collaborate with some great creatives, Australian creatives, and also make the beautiful visuals and music videos for it as well. And of course, I want it to share it with people.
Sometimes I think that it takes time and experience to be able to realise these things, but my advice would be, it's so cliched, but it's for a reason. It's just the best that you can be, or the coolest, or the whatever, is actually being yourself, even if that's being a dag or whatever. Be yourself, because if you are, everyone will believe you, and if you're self, you have something to offer the world that no one else can offer.
Really, like in any instance, run with creative work that you're really proud of, that you don't second guess, and believe in yourself, because that's your mark of success, if there is any in this industry, is that you're continuing to do what you love and believe. And it's a bonus, any recognition and accolades after that. So, I mean, it makes sense to me submitting your work for the AMP 2025 if you believe in it, and it gets recognized and it wins. You want to be proud of it. You don't want to be stuck with something you're second guessing.
Feels really good. I was just talking to some people inside a couple of years ago. I played at the awards, and I can't remember, Genesis Owusu won that year, and I played, and yeah, I didn't think that I would be nominated or shortlisted, and I just think that it's fantastic and maybe a bit of a mistake. someone's done something wrong.
Feels beautiful. It's nice. I think it's really important to recognize achievements in the music world, and the AMP. It feels like there's a really beautiful, diverse array of artists that have made it into the alumni. Probably due to the diverse array of like the judging panel as well. It's really nice. There's lots of representation from different genres and backgrounds there. It feels. I feel really honoured to be part of that, because it feels quite tangible, and like I'm part of a community, which is important in these times.
All the things I want, hopefully. What's on the agenda? Trying to relax a little bit, and trying to, evolve a bit and be more myself, which is evolving for me, I think. Playing music, writing music, being around the people that I love and enjoy, hopefully.
I am heading to the States in March. I'm playing South by Southwest in Austin, and I'm booking a tour around that in the States. Might be heading to Europe in September. I'm 90% sure. I'm definitely hitting the studio with my songs. I'm just not sure if it's in the first or second half of the year. But I don't want to rush it. I want to take my time with it. I only just put out this beautiful album I'm proud of. It feels pretty wild that I might be hitting the studio in 2 months. But I'm recording and touring and going to continue writing. I'm probably going to get my license as well, because it's time to know how to drive to the gigs, I've done 4 Australian tours, and I toured the UK. And it all started with a 2-week hike in February in Tassie, and it's just all gone from there. And it's flown by, and it just feels nice to be here and hold space for the achievements of like just the raw, going back to basics, just the album, and celebrate other people's achievements too. I feel like I'm in good company with being shortlisted, so it's a really nice way to wrap the year.
Yeah, I want to be. I want to cry. A lot of problems we are still encountering out there, but I want to do the best for my people, for my children, and I teach music, and I want to get more of their languages into them so they speak and sing their language.
I'm Scott Murphy, and 20 years ago I created the Australian Music Prize. So I was inspired by a UK version, the Mercury Music Prize, which as a record industry person was just so influential. Like every time they announced their shortlist, it's like if you didn't know a record that was on it, you had to go out and listen to it straight away because you knew it was going to be really good. So it's not run the same way as that. We run it a bit differently, but it was inspired by that. And yeah, we've been going 20 years and we've done a lot of good for Australian artists. Well, it's a relatively short meeting. Like when the judges spent so many hours listening to 600 albums, it comes down to a 3-hour meeting today. And I let everyone know at the beginning, I said, this is going to be a long one. Like sometimes they're really easy. They walk in a room and everyone's got the same opinion straight away. But I knew, because I do pre-polling to make it kind of roll along a bit better. And I knew that it was at least 5 albums that everyone wanted to win. So I thought, shit, this is going to go on forever. And we've got a time frame because we get kicked out of the meeting room and I've got to come here and set up. So I was quite frustrated and nervous. And and it got down to I think about 5 that we had to do a poll out of, and then another poll, and then another poll. It was really, really, really tough. And I bet you there's all those judges who love the fact that Kankara won, and not stressed by it or anything, but they'd also at the same time be really upset that their favourite album didn't win, because there was a lot of passion for a lot of other records. It's tough. It's really tough on them because they're also not comparing apples with apples. It's really tough. I just think it's amazing that an 80-year-old person, doesn't matter whether they're First Nations or not, but an 80-year-old person making great music can still be acknowledged in a contemporary music prize. I mean, it's groundbreaking in a way, in a backward kind of way. It's groundbreaking. Gee, that's a tough question. Like industry-wise, even from year one, when we announced the Drones as the winner in year one against artists that were selling 50 times more records than they were, like Wolfmother and I can't remember them, but right now. But anyway, the Drones were kind of the underwriter, and it's another award. Wolfmother will win it because they're the hottest band in the world at the moment. And when we announced the Drones as the winner, the artists of Australia and the industry went, oh wow, this is different. This judges are actually listening to records and don't care if they're Wolfmother and on top of the charts or touring the world or whatever. It's all about the music. And every year when I enlist a new judge, which I do every year because we like to keep a good turnover, I tell them that the most important thing is originality and the album as a body of work. So not just 1 or 2 or 3 great songs, but from beginning to end, the album's a body of work that you want to go back to and listen to over and over again. This is the first year that they are. So in that 20 years, every time I try to get a grant or something, they'd always come back saying, no, we don't support contemporary music, or no, you're a competition and we don't support competitions. So I just had a blank line pretty much all along. And this year, I don't want to talk politics because it's not relevant to me, but this year, there's actually great budgets out there for contemporary music in most governments, especially New South Wales government and the federal government. And this year we were so lucky we got a grant, not to support the running of the prize itself, but to market the records that are involved, which is great. So all the money that we got from directly went to marketing great new Australian music. I'd like to see that we did well with our government grant and therefore that continues. And if anything, that goes up by 20 grand because the world, as you know and your listeners will know, is all about social media. Like the lack of mainstream media for music, the Age and the Cinema, they don't even have a dedicated music writer anymore. It's crazy. So what we did, we spent the money on a social media campaign and we could do so much more. I mean, there's millions of people out there that could be reached.